Assalamu alaikum. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a long time about back pain. I've been suffering with issues in my lower back for over a decade. As I've learnt more about the condition, how to mitigate the issues, I've met so many people that are suffering from the same issue. I get L4-L5, I have an L4-L5 disc issue, which happened, as I said, over a decade ago. Alhamdulillah, I've been able to mitigate it through stretches and exercise. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm not going to talk too much up front. So many of these exercise videos where you have to spend 10 minutes before you get to the actual meat of it. I'm going to go straight into it, and then if the video does well and there's interest, I can certainly do more videos based on what I've learned. This exercise regime or this stretching regime is something that I personally do. I don't know about the level of pain you're experiencing or discomfort or issues, but I'd highly suggest speaking to a doctor first or physician, and obviously you do these exercises at your own risk. So with that said, let's jump into it. Bismillah. So take care getting down nice and slow. Use the legs and arms to support yourself, especially if your back's hurting. You want to lie down flat on your back like this with your feet flat on the floor. Cross your right leg over your left and then pull your left leg towards you very gently. You should feel a stretch in the back of the leg, the right leg. This is a fascia stretch. So don't forget to breathe. Keep your breathing nice and regular. And you can pull until it feels a little bit uncomfortable. You listen to your body. That's what I would suggest. Obviously do on both sides. I would suggest doing 5 of these on each side per set. That's what I would suggest, and that's what works for me. Okay, so then the next one you want to do is cross the leg over. There's a number of ways of doing this, but this is how I do it. Put your hands down, and then you can rotate the leg. It's basically rotating the hips, and then you're looking the opposite way. The idea here is to rotate the spine to get some circulation into the spine, across the vertebrae, not just in the bottom, but all the way up to the top. Circulation is so important in keeping things working properly. It's like lubrication for the bones, if you like. So this is the way I do it. This is quite a you could do it this way if you like. I'm going to show you an alternative way here. This is slightly easier. If it's really difficult for you, then just rotate 20 degrees in either direction, and rotate your head in the opposite direction that you're going. Hoping this makes sense. And the picture paints 1,000 words. For the next one, this is strengthening the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, and the lower back. So the further out away from your body you put your feet, the more you're going to feel this one. And obviously the closer to your body, the easier it will be. So this one is to strengthen the muscles in the lower back. You want to do about 10 of these per set. This one is called a sciatic floss, where you're basically moving the foot up and down, and this is dragging the nerves and the hamstrings inside the legs up and down, just very, very slightly. But I find it really does help to relieve especially sciatic pain associated with these lower back problems. Then grab the knees and kind of just have a little roll on the back lightly, just to settle everything into place before you get up. Come up from the side, always roll over to the side and push yourself up with your arms to avoid any strain on the back. This one is amazing. So you're basically gonna curve your back in the opposite direction, and make sure, take note of the way I'm moving my head as well. My neck's a little bit stiff today, but this one really flexes all of the capsules in your back and the vertebrae, and it feels amazing. This one for me is the king if you can do it right. This is for stretching the psoas muscle. That's PSOAS, the psoas muscle on either side. I've done a couple of videos about this before. super important for back pain. It can cause all sorts of problems if it's tight. What I'm doing is you keep your back straight, lock in the buttock. I'll show you here, look. Lock in the buttock on the side that you have the knee on the floor. And then you just basically keep the back straight and lean into it, and you should feel that stretch in the front of the thigh that's down on the floor, all the way into the front of the abdomen on that side, the stomach muscles. Be careful with the exercises, but listen to your body, as I said before, as you're doing them. It's very important that you feel the stretch and not any pain. This one's a little bit more advanced. I don't suggest you do this one unless you're reasonably flexible. I am showing off a little bit here. Apologies for that, but this is like the way I finish these stretches off. This one is absolutely amazing for the fascia stretch on the front and back of the thigh and in the abdomen. What on earth is the fascia, I hear you say? Well, pause and read this. Once again, this is an advanced stretch. This is kind of like an extra I'm showing you as a 6th stretch, but stick to the first 5. That's my advice. And then when you become more advanced, you can try this. I used to do Taekwondo as a young man, so in these stretches, I know exactly what feels right and wrong for my body. And it's very important, as I said, to listen to your body. Don't push yourself. It shouldn't hurt. You should just feel these stretches. Let me know if you think I've said anything wrong. Share your experience. And please, if you'd like to see any more videos, hit me up with your suggestions in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.